If you've been using the study guide this week, then you're already thinking about that holy day from the Old Testament that had a lot to do with atonement for sin, but is also like extremely tied to Jesus Christ. There's 24-hour congregational fasting. There's secret high priest business. There's two very intriguing goats. Really interesting backstory stuff. Sometimes it can be easy, like if you're a modern day Christian who does observe the Day of Atonement, to get caught up in the fasting part of it, because that's the struggle, right? But to focus on the bigger picture, imagine for a moment that you are in a place that has just tons of noise and distraction, lots of conversation happening around you, lots of screens, so you've got visual distraction and also more like talking. Everything's loud, chaotic. There's lights like flashing or strobing. And either you're having a conversation with someone in all of this and trying to understand them, or you're reading a book, and not just for recreation, but something that you actually need to understand. And you're trying, but there's so much interference, there's so much distraction that it's really hard to focus, almost impossible. So you're stuck there for hours, days, or longer. And now imagine in all of that chaos, what if someone just flipped a switch and all of the distraction disappeared? All of the noise stopped. All of the visuals just ceased. What would that feel like? So if we use that as a metaphor for how Satan works in our world, distraction, chaos, advertising constantly to look away from what your focus is supposed to be on. So if you expand your imagined scenario all the way out to all of creation, then the Day of Atonement is the flipping of that switch, when everything suddenly becomes quiet. No more oppression from sin, no more advertising to do evil, no more misunderstanding people, and no more chaos. Suddenly, it's just quiet. The feeling of relief would be overwhelming. Would you just weep tears of joy? I don't know. And none of us know, because none of us have ever lived in a time like that, when there's just quiet. We've never lived in a time when all of the earth can just take this collective breath of relief and start to do things in a completely different way. I think that's going to be amazing. And I want to be there to witness that, to be part of that. If you'd like to continue studying on this topic, Isaiah 58 is a wonderful place to read and reread. Think about how it applied to the past, how it applies to us now, and also what it means for the future. It's beautifully written. It's layered with meaning. It explains God's intent for fasting, and it also looks forward to a future time of restoration. And that would begin with the moment when Satan is locked up, put away, and suddenly there's quiet. We'll see you next time.